where we feel like all hope is lost, where we feel like our hands are tied and there's nothing more that we are able to do. But baby, that's the good part, because God comes in and he says, I will strengthen you, right? So we got to be careful when we do feel weak, when we are feeling discouraged, when we are feeling like we don't have the ability to go on, that we don't look to the world to get our strength, that we look to God. He is our strength. That's why y'all got to get into your word and we got to try him out, right? And that's what the Israelites, they were doing. They were worshiping a lot of false idols. I'm sure not to get strength, just to get strength, but to get a lot of other things. And that's why they behinds is in exile, right? So listen up. Listen up. God is saying that I am your strength. So we need to be going to him, right? We need to be going to him to get the power to go through that situation, even if we're suffering, even if it's a trial, even if it's a tribulation, even if it's a situation that we don't quite know how we're even going to have the strength or the capacity to deal with. God is saying, he is saying, I will strengthen you. Not only is he going to strengthen us, God is going to help us, right? God is going to help us. And in our human ways, we do a lot of figuring, right? God forbid there's a problem. We do a lot of figuring, and figuring turns into worry, right? And the enemy will use that time where we're spending in our minds, we're spending in our wills, where we could just be going to God and saying, Lord, give me help, right? But the enemy wants to tire us out by worrying, by trying to figure things out. When God says, I already know the plans, right? He laughs and chuckles at our plans, the things that we come up with. So if you're in a tough situation and you're trying to get out of it, you got to know that God is going to be the one that's going to give you the instructions to get out of it. God is going to be the one that's going to give you the wisdom, right? Or any provisions that may be needed in that situation. But we got to trust him. We got to go to God and not go to false idols like the Israelites, right? We got to learn a lesson here. God is saying that I am your God and I'm going to be the one to help you. It ain't going to be a man. It ain't going to be that woman. And if it be man or woman, it is because I have called them to do so. Let's get into